Hi Cancer, this is your mid-September 2018 tarot fix. Thank you for checking out the reading. Let's jump right into the end of your summer, see how Virgo season is ending, see how Libra season is beginning, and maybe even get a peek at October 2018 as well. How has summer been ending for us, Cancer? And how will these last couple of days go? What energy is consuming us, covering us, representing us during the end of summer 2018? And I hate to see it go. I really do. And then what are we faced with during that time? What are we crossing? What's crossing us? What are we meeting? What's in our crowning thoughts? What is it rooted in? What's the past? The more recent past, and then give us a look at the near future as well. What are we waiting on, Cancer? Who are we waiting on? A Libra for some Cancers, or something in Libra season for other Cancers. For others of us, still, we are faced with an injustice at the end of summer, at the end of Virgo season, and as Libra season begins. Something is imbalanced. When I say injustice, it may actually be some illegal activity that's going on. Justice that is not exacted in our favor, Cancers. As our card shows, in the root of this situation, a lot of Cancers started developing something, a relationship, a project, some goal in Cancer season, and it is to develop in Libra season. So something you started back in July, you're hoping to see come to fruition in October. And there are so many signs here this time. I have Aries, I have Cancer, I have Libra, I have Scorpio. And that's not all really. But I do think that there is a significant Scorpio on a lot of Cancer's minds right now. I'm not sure what you're waiting on at this time, Cancers, but we're headed toward the Ten of Pentacles in our near future. It looks like security, comfort, a raise, mastering a skill, something that offers us financial security for the future, something that ensures that we will have the resources that we need. And I'll let you look at these with me. $99 may be particularly significant for you at this time, Cancers, as we did have the Nine of Pentacles representing our independence and our gratitude for the abundance around us showing on the bottom of the clarifier deck. That showed up as I was meditating with the decks and your energy before recording. And then 9 representing you. So the first two cards that showed for you were 9 and 9. the Nine of Pentacles to the Ten of Pentacles. You're starting out mid-September. You're starting out with mid-September, you are starting out with your independence, with having achieved a great deal of success and wealth and abundance for yourself, having attained a lot of financial, material, physical wealth and resources that are tangible, that you see the physical benefit of, or the money that then gets you those resources, right? In the Nine of Pentacles, you've achieved a lot of that for yourself, and you are enjoying your independence and, like I said, showing gratitude in that space for all that you've achieved. In the Ten of Pentacles, you have enough to share with a family if you so choose. You have security not only for the present moment and gratitude for that, but security for the future. That's why I said it is often mastering a skill, because it ensures you will be able to do that type of work, obtain those types of jobs in the future. And so you and your family, your house, your estate, anything or anyone that you support is then more secure, of course. Your advice here is the King of Pentacles. To approach this this month, this situation, this injustice, if that's what you're dealing on, this tower moment, if everything seems to be falling apart for you right now, with calm and emotional maturity, with diplomacy, to observe. The advice is to observe and master your own emotions and be mindful of the emotions of those around you as you move through this situation or any situation at the end of this month. It looks like with the Emperor in your recent past, you've either just recently encountered a significant divine masculine in your life, perhaps that's what you began moving toward in Cancer season, or you've recently brought forth a lot of your own, the divine masculine with you, whether you are male or female, in the sense that you've dominated your life, dominated your work life, either mastered the skill or obtained this new job, obtained this new sense of security in some way, or started taking control of your choices and responsibility for your actions in your life, started calling the shots, started speaking up for yourself, telling others no, or I'm going to prioritize me and the work I want to do at this time. Started dictating your daily routine rather than letting what others need from you or others ask of you or demand of you dictate your time schedule throughout your day, your week. Maybe that means you recently became your own boss. What are you waiting on? What are we waiting on, though, Cancers? I just want one clarifier on the Nine of Wands there. The Ten of Cups. Shared emotional fulfillment. Some Cancers are looking at a divorce at the end of summer. I'm sorry to say. That may be the injustice, the legal complication. That may be why the Tower is what you know when your ego is quiet. What you know when your ego is quiet is that everything is falling apart. Or, like I said, what you know when your ego is quiet is that you're still not necessarily obsessing over, but that your mind and your heart, when your ego is quiet, is still with a significant Scorpio energy. That could be who you're splitting with. More likely, though, the Tower just represents everything falling apart as a result of a split, a divorce, likely a split or separation that involves legalities, or just a split that mimics, mirrors, echoes, reminds one of a legal divorce, because the finances or the housing is so entangled with one another's. It's almost like some Cancers are waiting to see if they can work this out with whomever they might be separating from. Yeah, some Cancers are hoping that they can still offer love to the situation, that they may still be able to win this someone back. And I'm not saying that you can't. If this person is definitely gone, definitely out the door, and you're just having trouble getting past them, getting over them, advice also in the King of Cups is, if they are a Scorpio or a watery energy, have significant Scorpio in their chart, or Cancer or Pisces even, perhaps what could help you move on or accept the split, the separation, is to examine why you cared so much for this person, why you wanted this person in your life, why you were so attracted to them, what were the qualities that they had that you would like to embody yourself. Because oftentimes if you address that, I'm not as grounded as they were, I'm not as hard of a worker, I'm not as practical when it comes to financial matters, matters of security, something like that. That's just an example. A lot of times if you address whatever those qualities or traits were that they possessed, that you were attracted to, but that you yourself don't own, you may be able to begin incorporating those traits into your own personality, incorporating those qualities into your work, if that's what you're trying to apply it to, into your relationships, if that's what you're trying to apply it to. And you may find that it helps to appease that part of you that misses them so desperately, because it can just be a part of us speaking up, saying, hey, there was a lesson you were supposed to learn from that person and you didn't quite finish learning it. But we can always still apply what they taught us, what we learned from observing them and being around them, even if they aren't a part of our daily lives anymore. And that holds true no matter whom the person is, ex-lover, friend, family member, and when or how they might exit our lives, right? Yeah, the advice with the King of Cups is also to keep the peace. As I said, be diplomatic, observe not only your own emotions, but the emotions of others. Bring as much of your emotional IQ to the table as you can when you're interacting with this person or these people, however these cards, this spread, this situation applies to you specifically. The advice is not to fight, to keep the peace. And I think a lot because we are headed toward this Ten of Pentacles energy. The path that we are on now, even though there is some type of injustice, imbalance, even though everything seems to be falling apart, we began something in Cancer season, or at some point in the root of the situation, when we stepped into our own energy, becoming ourselves, being our authentic selves, expressing ourselves authentically to the outside world, and owning our power, dominating our life, our relationships, our work, taking control, taking charge, again, making our own choices, taking responsibility for those choices and our actions. Because we've been on that path in the root in the recent past, even though there's this even though there's this imbalance and things are falling apart, the path we are now still has us headed toward the Ten of Pentacles. So why rock the boat, right? Why not keep the peace? Why would we cause a fight? Anything at this point can just deter us from that path. And I do see, Cancers, that though you are headed toward the Ten of Pentacles energy, what you're waiting on is the Ten of Cups energy. And it looks like the path that we're on, Cancers who resonate with this reading, it looks like the path that we're on, it doesn't go that way. We first obtain the financial and material and physical security that we would need to support a family, and then later we secure this shared emotional fulfillment that we find ourselves waiting on. There's something about waiting on that's keeping a lot of us not wanting to leave summer, not wanting to leave summer behind, not wanting to move on to Libra season and to October. I even feel it. I'm a Cancer rising. I started this reading off, I believe, as I have with a couple others, saying I'm not ready to see summer go. I hate to see it go. I'm not sure exactly how that falls in here for me, but other Cancers are feeling the same way. I'm sure a lot of people are, right? It's summer. But what I'm saying here, what I see here is that Cancers, for a lot of you who resonate with this reading, something about this emotional fulfillment that you're waiting on is somehow connected to not wanting to leave summer behind. I don't know if there's someone that you thought might offer you that emotional fulfillment, but you have to leave them behind with summer, or there were opportunities and chances to find a someone that you thought you had during the summer that are leaving as the weather is colder. You have to get back to a certain type of work at this time of the season. I'm not sure. At this time of year, I'm not sure. But somehow a lot of Cancers are not wanting to leave this time period behind, and they're associating it with this shared emotional fulfillment that they've been waiting on and feel they are waiting on, or find themselves waiting on now that, like I said, a marriage or a relationship has just recently not worked out. Yeah. I do see you looking toward the future, quickly making plans in an area that you already feel established and confident in, though. In spite of whatever heartbreak is propelling you forward. So it looks like this if this is a Tower moment and not a Scorpio for you, it looks like those things, are all falling away. We are able to see why, Cancers. We are able to see the path forward. There are some things, probably financial matters, matters of work and security, that we are feeling confident about. And so while we let all those pieces that no longer fit us fall away from our life, we focus in on those things that we can see a clear path forward with. We focus there. And it may very well be with a divine masculine. This situation, this spread plays out differently for everyone. It really does, because some Cancers are going to be successful in offering this love to the situation. If they're splitting with a partner, if they're splitting with anyone, they're going to be successful in offering their love to the situation and trying to mend it, especially if it's with a divine masculine. While others are not. Others are going to choose and decide not to even make the offer outright. It will just be a thought. And I do believe for many Cancers, it's going to depend on what in the situation would keep the peace. Some of you are faced with a situation where, one or the other courses of action on your part could cause a fight, could cost you this peace. And as I said, we're on a path right now toward the Ten of Pentacles. So the way I see it is we ought not rock the boat, right? We're headed where we want to be going. We're headed to a place we need to be going. If you do choose to rock the boat, if you do choose to but if you choose to deviate from this path, Cancers, it'll be because, as I said, you're not really seeking the we aren't really seeking the Ten of Pentacles at the moment. We're more focused on the Ten of Cups. And who could argue with you that, all the financial security in the world seems a bit hollow without that shared emotional fulfillment. Cancers dealing with a Scorpio, I think you're going to have a hard time. Cancer specifically making your offer of love, your offer of healing this situation or scenario to a Scorpio energy in particular. I think you're going to have a hard time. I think they're focused elsewhere. They're focused inward. They're focused outside the relationship. They may be more focused on the Ten of Pentacles where you are focused on the Ten of Cups. They may be more worried about their physical security, their financial well-being than their shared emotional fulfillment at this time, especially if it's a divine masculine that you're dealing with. Okay. All right, Cancers, I'll have to leave you there. That final message there is just for some Cancers, not all, but I do hope that all of you were able to take something from the reading that you didn't have when you came to it. I really appreciate all of your likes and subscribes to the channel. Thank you so much. A special thank you to those of you who have supported the channel through donations and purchases. I really appreciate it. If you are interested in a personal reading from me, scroll down to the description down below and all of your options are there. There's also a Virgo season reading, which I will link below in case you want to check that out in our last couple days of Virgo season. Otherwise, I love you, Cancers, and I will be back with another tarot fix for you as soon as I can.